What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Hero Chris back at you with another one. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, hit me up on Twitter. You already know the vibes, man. You already know what to do. So, AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. So you have AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. You also have AEW Rampage Grand Slam. All of which will be coming from Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting couple nights of pro wrestling. You got the Wednesday night show. Of course, you got Rampage. Rampage will be 2 hours this Friday. I think it's still going to start at 10 o'clock. I'm not entirely sure. I think so. But yeah, man. So we're just going to go ahead and knock out the Rampage card real quick and then get on to the actual Dynamite show. So shout out to Tony Khan, shout out to AEW, shout out to the people that are going to be there watching it live, because Rampage is going to be taped, so y'all are going to be in store for a lot of wrestling that day. So I hope you drink some coffee, an energy drink, bring a pillow, whatever you need to do to stay awake or stay active. Whatever you got to do it, man. But getting into the Rampage portion of the show, we're going to kick it off with Jade Cargill versus Diamante. And I haven't seen Diamante in a while, at least on TV. I'm pretty sure she's wrestled on Dark and Elevation or whatever, but I don't really watch that too much. So, I mean, this is probably so obvious. It's an easy pick. Jade Cargill's gonna win. Like I said, we haven't seen Diamante on TV since Jesus was around. So, pretty sure Jade Cargill's gonna go 38-0 at this point. Yeah, easy dub for Jade Cargill. Next match is gonna be a tag team match between Samoa Joe, Wardlow taking on Toni, Nese, and Josh Woods. Why is this happening? I'm not entirely sure, but this is another one that's pretty easy to predict. Samoa Joe and Wardlow are gonna win, and honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Samoa Joe and Wardlow in a feud. I feel like that would be pretty interesting. That could be a pretty interesting matchup there, whether it's for the TNT Championship or for the ROH Television Championship. Either way, man, I'm here for it. So next up, we have a random match that really came out of nowhere between Jungle Boy and Rey Fenix. I have no idea why these two are wrestling. This looks like one of those Tony Khan matches where it's like, all right, here's a good wrestling match just for the sake of it. Because honestly, I don't know what their beef with each other. And honestly, I don't want to see Rey Fenix lose again, which I think is pretty much going to happen. Jungle Boy is going to beat Rey Fenix, which sucks because the Lucha Brothers lost last week on Dynamite, and then Rey Fenix is probably going to lose at Rampage. Unless Luchasaurus comes out and costs Jungle Boy the match. That could be a possibility as well, but I do see Jungle Boy winning. And I do see some Luchasaurus interference coming out of the mix. Alright. So next up, we have a no disqualification tag team match between Sting and Darby Allin, the father and son duo, taking on the House of Black and Brody King and Buddy Matthews. And honestly, if I could be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing the House of Black win. Because, I mean, ever since Malachi Black he's been released, or he asked for his release, or he's taking time off. I don't know what Malachi Black has going on, whether he actually did get released or not. But I do feel like the House of Black really does need this win way more than Sting and Darby Allin do. Because you don't want the perception to be without Malachi Black, the remaining members of the House of Black being directionless or not really having anything to do or any purpose. Like, they need this win more than Sting and Darby Allin do. So I do predict that I predict that the House of Black will win, and it'll be a pretty fun match. No disqualification, so it means anything goes, anything can happen, anything can take place. All right. So we have probably what's going to be the main event, and it's going to be a tag team match of 2.0 and Menard and Angelo taking on the brand new exciting team of Hook and Action Bronson making his AEW in-ring debut. Now this should be a fun match. I'm pretty sure Action Bronson and Hook are gonna win. That would be pretty jacked up if they did all this just to lose. But I'm pretty sure Action Bronson and Hook are gonna win, and it should be a pretty fun tag team match as well because Matt Menard and Angelo Parkter are very entertaining. They're very well. They do a good job of being sports entertainers. So this should be a fun match. But Action Bronson and Hook should win. And finally for Rampage, we have a golden ticket battle royale. And when I heard that this was announced, I'm like, man, another battle royale, because we just had the casino ladder match at All Out like 2 weeks ago, which crowned a new #1 contender in MJF, and now here we are having another #1 contender thingamabobber, and on top of that, we're just getting off the heels of the new championship tournament, whatever. So they're doing this again. Honestly, I don't even know who's in it. On the poster, it looks like Hangman Adam Page, Pentagon, Jay Lethal. I don't know. I don't really know who all was involved in this match. Me personally, I wouldn't mind seeing Andrade win. I feel like he really needs to win. And there's no telling as to when you can cash this thing in or whenever you can get your title opportunity or what. Because I think Andrade and Roosh are trying to get 10 from the Dark Order to join up with them, which I think that's what's going to happen. I feel like he's going to turn his back on the Dark Order, and the Dark Order just needs to break up. I feel like it just needs to be Alex Reynolds and John Silver. They need to go off and do their own thing. Evil Uno, he can be there if he wants to. I don't really care. And Hangman Adam Page, he can do his own thing as well. Like maybe go after the championship or whatever. I don't know. But as far as this battle royal, whatever goes, Andrade, just give it to Andrade. Either Andrade or Miro. I feel like those are two valuable picks. Will they win? Probably not. It's gonna probably be like Parker Boudreaux or Sonny Kiss or something like that. I don't know. But as far as Dynamite, which takes place tomorrow night, we have now Dynamite looks like it's gonna be stacked. It looks like it's gonna be a really good show. And we have the AEW Tag Team Championships, the Acclaimed taking on Swerve and Keith Lee. I'm not calling the Swerve not Glory because I do not like that name at all. But it's gonna be the Acclaimed that takes the Tag Team Championships. A lot of people felt like it was the Acclaimed's night at All Out. And that wasn't the case, and I feel like it was part of building the whole heel turn with Swerve, because he's been acting more like a heel, more so than Keith Lee. Keith Lee was kind of healing it up during the match, but he scissored Billy Gunn after the match, but Swerve was like, nah, I ain't with that stuff at all. So I feel like Swerve is going to be more of the heel, and Keith Lee will be kind of the face. And I do like that dynamic of them two together, as one guy being the face and one guy being the heel. That's pretty cool. But the Acclaim will be the new tag team champions, and it's all going to be cool because everyone loves the Acclaim, and we will all scissor and hold hands and cry together as a wrestling family. All right, so for the AEW All Atlantic Championship, you have Tupac taking on Orange Cassidy. And honestly, guys, I would not be surprised if Orange Cassidy won. I don't want this to happen. It's not like I don't like Orange Cassidy. I really do. But I feel like they need to do a little bit more with Pac, as he is the current All-Atlantic champion. And this is his second title defense on AEW television. Like, he's defended in other promotions, but as far as this being his second title defense, I feel like he needs to win a little bit more than Orange Cassidy. I know the ultimate goal is to have Ethan Page probably win, and this is why I think that Orange Cassidy's gonna win, because Ethan Page wants the All-Atlantic Championship, and Ethan Page is always having beef with like more of the comedy type wrestlers. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Orange Cassidy won. I want Pac to win, but I feel like Orange Cassidy's gonna take the title. I don't want that to happen, but I feel like that's the route they're gonna go. Alright, so for the AEW Interim Women's Championship, you have a fatal four-way match between Toni Storm, Serena Deeb, and Athena, and Dr. Britt Baker. Toni Storm's gonna win. Toni Storm got pinned last week, but I feel like this week, Toni Storm just needs to win more than everybody. I feel like since Britt Baker, Toni Storm has probably been the best featured women's champion, because Thunder Rosa, they kind of did her dirty. Like, she didn't really get that TV time like that, and of course she's injured. So eventually we will get the match between Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa, which I think Toni Storm's gonna win that. But for the time being, Toni Storm takes the dub. She will still be the AEW Women's Champion. Okay, so next up we have for the ROH World Championship, Claudio Castagnoli defending his title against Christopher Wizard Lionheart, whatever other nickname he has, Jericho. And this match seems kind of random, but not really, because you heard Chris Jericho on Rampage a couple weeks ago say that he's never been ROH champion, and then last week he challenged Claudio for the title. So it's not really that random. And it's one of those matches where you don't really need a big giant build or this dramatic build. You just pretty much had it right there, because Chris Jericho said, I want to be ROH champion, and in order to do that, you got to beat the champion, who is Claudio Castagnoli. There you go. So as far as who wins, Claudio is going to win. You don't need to take the title off Claudio now. He's cool. He goes like Jason Statham. He's very European. So that's who needs to be the ROH World Champion. Also, he's in the Blackpool Combat Club. Speaking of the Blackpool Combat Club, you have the main event for the AEW World Championship. Jon Moxley taking on Bryan Danielson for the vacated AEW World Championship. Now, honestly, Bryan Danielson needs to win. That's it. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Jon Moxley as champion again, but we have to remember that there was a whole bunch of shenanigans that took place. Exactly. A whole bunch of shenanigans took place, so they had to take the title off Punk. They were going to take the title off Punk anyway because he got injured. You know, even if all the backstage brouhaha didn't take place, Punk was going to be stripped of the championship anyway. So, and it's also kind of funny how every time CM Punk steps away, Bryan Danielson is always like the next guy in line. Like, that happened in WWE as well. Like, when CM Punk dipped out on WWE, you had Bryan Danielson go to the main event of WrestleMania and ultimately win the WWE Championship, right? So I feel like this is going to be the same thing. Bryan Danielson is going to win, and he really deserves it. He will make a great AEW champion. And then, of course, you have MJF, who is the current #1 contender with the AEW Casino chip, which guarantees him a championship opportunity whenever he wants. So maybe he cashes in that night. Maybe he turns it into a triple threat. Who knows what MJF has up his sleeve? I know the ultimate goal for him is to become the AEW champion and use it as a bargaining chip for the great bidding war of 2024. So who knows? But ultimately, I do feel like Bryan Danielson will be our new AEW World Champion, and hopefully he brings back the Planet Champions gimmick, and like he turns the AEW Championship into like the hempified championship, however he wants to do it. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Those are your results for both nights, or Dynamite and Rampage. Like I said, man, looks like a couple interesting 2 nights of professional wrestling from AEW. But those are my predictions and my thoughts on the show. What are your thoughts? What are your predictions? Let me know in the comment section below. You guys take care. Be easy. I'm out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.